Alright everyone, thank you for joining me on another video for Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops. This is episode 2. I'm breaking these down into shorter episodes. I hope you enjoy. I have several hours recorded, so I'm going to try to break them down and get them out as fast as I could. Enjoy, leave a thumbs up, and subscribe. So this is cool that this has some RPG elements in it too. But let's go back to mission, and we're going to go to the Soviet control base. This place is packed with soldiers, the perfect target for our first recon. Get as much intel as you can. You should be able to extract useful information by listening in on soldiers. Start mission. Yes, sir, Bob. Yes, sirree, Bob is the term. Come on, Anthony. Learn how to talk, man. Come on now. The rails are not round. They're more octagonal in here. Or hexagonal? Well, I don't know. Whatever. Okay, now get out there and suss out the situation. You can learn a lot from what the enemy is saying. Just get close to the enemy and listen carefully. I know you can do it. When you're approaching an enemy, hold the triangle button down as you move. That will muffle your footsteps during your approach. Got it. Something wrong, Campbell? No, I just got dizzy for a second. You sure you're alright? How's the fever? I'm fine, and there are more important things to worry about. Take care of yourself. We can't afford to have you out of action now. Yeah, I know. Let's do this. Okay, so there's someone over this way. A weapon that can obliterate all major cities in the motherland. Give me a break. You've been watching too many movies. No, this ain't no joke. I heard that American officer, the one our boss brought in, say something about it. You mean that tight-ass peg leg? You should have seen that bastard's face. When the topic of the weapon came up, there must have been something in that document that arrived from HQ the other day. Probably just as bad case of the runs. I know I do. This isn't a joke. Look, I know what you're saying. Aiming that thing at our motherland? That just doesn't sit right with me. Yeah, it's suicidal. But it's just a threat, right? A bluff? He's an expert at this sort of manipulation. I hope you're right. Do you ever wonder what kind of weapon we're really storing? Sometimes, but this is not your run-of-the-mill nuclear missile we're protecting. That's for sure. Let's put these two to sleep.
Huh? Who's that?
Damn it.
HQ.
This is HQ.
This is Patrol. Enemy side. Requesting backup.
We can't spare any reinforcements. You'll have to make do.
Everyone's asleep, so I gotta get that document. Let's see. I'm sure it's in that building right there. I think I knocked all of them out. Secret document. Alright. Looks like you've obtained some enemy documents. Good work. Okay, hoof it back to the truck. We'll look over them after you get back. Okay. It's weird that they don't allow me to go back by myself. Other games do that. Snake, about these documents you found just now. Find anything interesting? You're not gonna believe this. Try me. It seems the rebels are actually planning to activate the new weapon they stole. The documents outline details of a launch plan. The date and time aren't mentioned, but it looks like we don't have much time. No way. They're in the middle of negotiations with Washington and Moscow. Even assuming this launch plan is real, it's got to be a bluff to strengthen their hand. Maybe, but they exterminated us Green Berets. They're their own comrades, without mercy or remorse. I don't think they're too particular about means to their end. Okay, I hope it turns out I'm worrying too much, but if they're serious about this, it could reignite a global crisis. Snake, until we have a clearer picture of what's going on here, I think we should assume the worst. Better to overreact now and laugh about it later than to ignore this and live to regret it. I can't argue with you on that one. Right now, we're the only ones on this peninsula in a position to stop these guys. It's our duty to act before the launch deadline. Yeah, you're right. Even so, the fact is, there are only two of us. We can't do this alone. Got any ideas? Snake, when you were listening in on the enemy, did you get the feeling maybe not everyone's satisfied with their commander? Yeah, some of them were griping about it. Tell me, how hard do you think it would be to recruit some of these soldiers over to our side? Recruit them? Exactly. We could use any grievances they have against their leader to try and persuade them to join us. Sowing discord among the enemy has been a basic element of psychological warfare since the time of Confucius, right? Play your cards right, and we might be able to find out what's really going on. What do you think, Snake? Sigurd was saying the same thing. Yeah, it might be worth a try. I knew I could count on you. Now, first thing we gotta do is choose a suitable candidate. So what exactly does that entail? I'm getting reports that soldiers are unhappy with the rebellion. Can also be found in other areas. Dude, the report just came from Snake. What are you talking about? That means you'll have to drag them back to the truck so we can have a friendly chat about them joining our little resistance. Go out and give it a try. Oh, and one more thing. We've learned the name of the enemy's supreme commander. Who is it? His name is Gene. 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 Okay, let's get this mission started. Pick some place where there'll be enemies easy to convert. So where to, big boss? Let's go back to the Soviet patrol base. Your task is to find a soldier there who harbors a grudge against Gene. Pay attention to what they say. Once you've found a promising candidate, capture him. Got it? Yes. Let's review. We're going to scout for soldiers with grudges against Gene. Listen to what the enemy is saying. Then, once you've found someone ripe for the picking, grab and bring them to the truck. Best time to get them is when they're alone. Once you've got an enemy alone, knock the sucker out. Now there are several ways to knock an enemy out. You can shoot them in the head with your Mark 22, or put them in a nice chokehold. Here's how to execute a chokehold. First, unequip your weapon so that you're bare-handed. To equip a weapon, press the circle button once. Quickly. To quietly sneak up behind the enemy, push and hold the weapon, the square button, to get a hold of him into a full Nelson. Once you've got him in his... God damn it, I need to learn how to read. Once you've got his arms pinned, repeatedly tap the square button to choke the sucker. Sooner or later, he'll lose consciousness. You can also pick the enemy up and carry him around when you're barehanded by holding the square button while positioned above his body. Then just drag the unconscious enemy back to the truck. That's it. Go get him, Tiger. And there's a weapon too. Okay, so there's someone down this way somewhere. I'm trying not to get caught again since my health is so goddamn low. There's one. There's someone over there, there's someone over there, and there's someone right here. What is that, man? Does it say magazine? I didn't see what it said. I need some rations, though. Where are the rations at?
Huh? Who's that? Huh?
You heal up pretty quick. Quick thinker, too. They trained you well. You're a good soldier.
Who are you?
Call me Snake.
Snake? Is that a code name? You must be with the Americans. Are you with the Fox unit, too?
I'm not with the Americans or with Fox. I'm just a soldier.
Just a soldier? Then why?
We're here to stop Fox Unit from going renegade. A member of Fox named Gene betrayed the US government and stole a top-secret weapon. He plans to use that weapon and the warheads in this base as bargaining chips to negotiate with your country. But blackmail's more like it. We're here to put a stop to it. Our mission is to free the soldiers of the San Geronimo Peninsula from Gene's control and capture the traitors in the Fox unit. I can understand if you're afraid of Fox, but we need others to help us free the Soviet soldiers on this peninsula. Will you join us?
You're here to save us? And you want me to help you defeat Gene?
What's so funny? You think he's been brainwashed?
Brainwashed? Is that what you think is happening here? A fine joke. But I'm afraid you two have it all wrong. Wrong. We didn't rebel because of Gene. Our country betrayed us first. We have stood guard over this god-forsaken base, unable to reach our friends and loved ones because of the secrecy of our mission. The climate was brutal. The meals were meager. We watched as our comrades succumbed to disease or died fighting the Colombian government. And still, we went on carrying out our mission, believing our efforts were all for the good of the motherland. And how did the motherland reward us? By stabbing us in the back.
You're talking about the Kremlin's policy shift. If the existence of this base came to light, the political fallout with the United States could fatally undermine Moscow's position in the strategic arms limitation talks that Brezhnev is promoting. That's why
We have no use for political rationales. What matters to us is that Mother Russia wiped this base from existence. But instead of allowing us to return home, the army erased all traces of communication and cut off our supplies. They sought to isolate the peninsula and make it look like this was all the work of a few out-of-control soldiers. We were abandoned by our own country.
That's why you decided to follow Gene?
Gene told us he would build us a nation. A nation not of soldiers, but for them. We do not follow Gene out of fear. He will deliver us justice. The only thing we fear is losing that justice. That's why we follow him, not you. You'll never be able to stop him.
Justice, huh? The meaning of justice can change from one day to the next. A professional soldier never brings justice into the mission. The only ones who need a reason to fight are the ones who fight for a living. That's what my mentor told me. Politics are fickle. They change with the times. So long as we remain loyal to our countries, soldiers like us need nothing to believe in. She died out of loyalty. Not to justice, not to her country. To herself, for the mission.
Your mentor, the one who taught you the art of battle. Who was she?
They called her the boss. I killed her.
The boss? The legendary soldier? Then Snake, you must be Big Boss. You're the hero who killed Colonel Volgin at Groznygrad.
Prove your loyalty as a soldier. That's what the boss told me. I still don't know what she meant.
Prove your loyalty. Not to justice, not to your country, but to yourself. Does Gene truly plan to threaten the motherland?
Yes. Snake procured documents from a patrol station that confirm as much. If launched from this base, the weapon Gene stole could deliver a devastating blow to every major city in Russia. I know it's hard to believe.
No, I believe you. Not as a member of the Red Army, but as a soldier.
I appreciate it.
I will follow you. Snake, give me my mission.
And so it begins.